Wow.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eclipse here, and if you guys didn't know, whenever a maintenance break ends, like everyone gets kicked offline, and when you log on, there are so much dead bases, and that is called Golden Hour. And during Golden Hour, I managed to farm a total of 6,206,157 resources in only 30 minutes. Now looking at these raids, all of these are just hundreds of thousands of resources. All of these are almost over 1 million combined, and as you can see, there's just so much loot, and it's hard to believe that, you know, I found this much loot back to back to back to back, and half of this loot was found on the first search. I didn't even really have to search to find any of this, and when there was times, you know, when I wasn't finding big raids, I was actually skipping like 200k dead bases because I knew there was more to find, and it's absolutely insane on how much loot there was. So let's get right into these raids. So the thing with all of these bases are absolutely awful. Now I'm sure, as you all know, this guy has pink walls, gold walls, all of his collectors, you know, are maxed out. His defenses are very low, and especially, you know, when I come in here with level 40 heroes, max troops, you know, level 7 Barch, my max Hog Riders, he does not stand a chance at all. Now at this point, we have already gotten all of the loot, as you can see. I'm sorry, I won't say as you can see in this video, I'll try not to, I've said it twice I think, but we have 675,000 gold and 500,000 elixir, and that is a whole bunch. I would be happy with getting that within 2 raids, but the fact that I can actually get all of that loot within 1 raid is absolutely insane. So there is that raid. Now let's move on to the next one. Now getting into the next raid, we have a 100% maxed out Town Hall 10. As you can see right here, he has his level 4 Inferno Towers fully charged. He has fully loaded expos, and this is a really crazy base to attack here. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna be, you know, getting all the loot on this max base, but let's see how I can pull it off with my Barch. So I started off by, you know, just taking out all those collectors. I wasn't really sure what I was gonna say there. I almost like pulling out the collectors, but you know, we're just taking out all of the collectors right here, and right now we've already got almost all of the loot. Now he does have a whole bunch of gold storages on the left side with some loot in there, so I may try to get those gold storages. I'm not too sure. I really don't remember these raids. Oh well, I'm just kidding. So I have my heroes down right now. My heroes are going in. I use my king's ability just to try to get him through those walls a bit faster. And now my queen's targeting that gold storage, and my king is just kind of going into the core right now. And now I'm just going to end the raid because I don't really want my heroes taking too much damage. And right there we get 350k of each basically. And now let's get into the next raid. So this base right here is absolutely awful, just like the last base. And again, this guy has all of his collectors all on the outside, so it's a pretty basic Barch spam. And I'm just kind of deploying my hogs on the splash towers just to kind of, you know, eliminate some of the splash towers so my barbarians and archers can get through the base just a bit easier. Now at this point, I did get about all of this guy's collectors, and he had around 750,000 of each resource available, which is a shitload of resources. Now at this point, we have destroyed a decent amount of his collectors. I think we actually have all of his collectors destroyed except his dark elixir pumps. So at this point, we're just going to see how much storages we can pick off with our remaining troops. We still have a Hog Rider, a few barbarians, a few archers, and our heroes. I don't have a clan castle for this raid. Sure, that could have helped get a few resources, but probably not too much. So at this point, like I said, I'm just trying to pick off some of these collectors. I have my king down on one side, my queen on the other. I'm just trying to see if I can kind of, you know, milk out the rest of these resources. And now my queen is just up top. I use her ability because I want her to go in and take out that gold storage, and she does just what I want her to do, and the king at the bottom takes out the gold storage as well. So I'm just going to end the raid, and now we get 750,000 of each resources, which is absolutely amazing. Now this base right here looks absolutely goofy. He's a Town Hall 9, and he doesn't even have like all of his defenses built. He has like 3 archer towers, a few cannons, a mortar, and some wizard towers outside, and then he has maxed out mines and collectors, which I'm not complaining about because that makes it easier on me. So on this base, there's no need to use, you know, all of my troops because I can just use a minimal amount of troops, get his loot, end the battle, lose a few trophies because trophies don't really matter when I'm farming, and then I'll be good to go. So at this point, I have all of his elixir collectors taken out, and now I'm just working my way on his gold mines. I send in my heroes to do the job a bit faster, and now there's only 9 seconds left in this raid, and then I'm gonna end it because there's nothing really too special about this raid from here on out. So 3, 2, 1. And as you can see right there, I'm sorry for saying that, we got some decent loot. I did kind of cut it a bit fast, so I'm sorry, but that was 470,000 gold. So moving on to the last raid of the video, we have 540,000 gold and 540,000 elixir, and this guy has a lot of his mines and collectors kind of deep in the base, so we're just going to kind of spam our barge, and to start off the attack, I'm just going to kind of pick off this one side, and then I'll work my way around the base. But before I do start commentating about this base, I do want to know something from you guys. Does my overlay look fine? Because I know in my last commentary, I asked you if my overlay looked fine, especially the left side. The left side is really what I'm concerned about. Does my left side of the overlay look fine? I took some of your suggestions and implemented it, but I want to know if it looks fine and if it looks clean now, because I just don't want it to be something I like. I want you guys to like it as well if you're watching my videos. So please, in the comments below, let me know what you think about my overlay, what changes can be made, and what you want to see with it. But now I'm finally starting to get into this attack. Now I already have deployed my barbarians and archers to clear out all of the outer buildings, and now that my troops are finally getting in here, I deploy a rage spell on my king and my queen. And now since my heroes are so high, and since he has, no defenses in this middle area, I should be able just to shred through this base without a problem. I should be able to get all of his resources. I still have my king abilities, and I have a free spell and a poison spell, which I do not think I'll be using because it's kind of, pointless and irrelevant. But now my king is in the core, 5% battery remaining. This is going to be pretty close. I need to get to the charger, and as well I need to finish this raid. So right now I have some troops finishing up on the top half, as well as my heroes in the core. So now that this raid is wrapping up, as you guys can see, I'm sorry, I don't know why I say that transition so much, but this raid's wrapping up. And if you guys did enjoy this video, if you did think this was some epic loot, please give the video a like below. That would be appreciated. I had to stay up at like 5 a.m. to record these raids, so if you guys can just like the video for me staying up and going through some agony, that would be appreciated. And now this raid is wrapping up, so let's see how much loot we end up getting in the end. We're at 99%, and he has one builder's hut left, and let's just see how much loot we ended up getting in total. With the 3-star, we got 540,000 of each resource, and I just kind of returned to my village right away for some reason. And now here's my attack log. Again, if you guys didn't really see it too well in the beginning, that's all I have for you guys. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like below, and I'm out.